Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's me, Amontillado, your cast it girl. Wow, you two are the same anniversary month? That's crazy, actually. Does that mean that you all came in the same month? Hi, 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 hi. Little Monty hanging out, too. Oh, shit, let's get that demon out from behind me. There you go. Maybe it's better in the corner like that. It's kind of creepy there. I feel like I look short right now. But I don't want to block like any of the screen. I feel like last time we blocked a lot of the screen. It's Friday, you guys. Friday, wow. Just an hour away. Friday, wow. Did we have a good week? I had a busy week. And you swap models when you swap in game? Swap in game? Like to a different character? No. It's way too much work to set up. Now, I don't remember all of the controls. Some of them were kind of complicated. I did remember that we could use the controller, but I think those were also kind of complicated. It was like not very intuitive. Hi, gamer! Hi. Let's plug in and see how we roll. Okay, I think we probably have to restart. Hi. It's 4:28 time. 4:28 Shibuya Scramble. Yeah. Okay, I think it's working then. Okay, there we go. So, we got through the very first hour, which was all the tutorial, and we only had 2 characters to go between. And now it's like 11, 12, and we've got 4. 5. Damn. In a tutorial, yep, it's 11 to 12. How about we start with Kano? Is it too loud? It looks like it's too loud. Yeah, now it's the real game. We're done fucking around. There we go. Let's go with Kano as long as we can, just because it's the regular story, right? We're used to this guy. We know this guy. This is our police officer. Oh my god. Wow. 45 months. Wow. Thanks. You and Mika are been here for so long. Is that as long as I've been streaming? That's insane. Alright. So Hitomi is safe. I think. That guy pulled a gun on her and Achi, and then I don't think we saw anything about it. But, as he wandered through the back alleys, Kano gritted his teeth. Going after the guy on the bike had been a bad judgment call. By the time he got back up onto the pedestrian overpass, the man who'd thrown the attaché case... How do you say it? Attaché? Attaché? Where's the emphasis? Hold on.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word, this phrase, as well as how to say more interesting, related, and often mispronounced words as well. So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning for reference. The first word here is of French origin. In French it is said as attaché in English, attaché in British English, with an emphasis on the first syllable. Attaché case.
Attaché
In American
case.
English, however, it is usually said as attaché case, with an emphasis on the third syllable of attaché. Attaché case or attaché case.
Oh, okay, so all of them. All of them. Attaché case. Attaché case. Attaché case. Attaché works. Because that was the British one.
It is usually said as attaché case.
Attaché case. Whatever. Okay. The attaché case was almost out of sight. Kano prided himself on being fleet on foot, but he knew even he would never catch the guy before he disappeared. He'd followed the culprit as far as the alleys, but there he'd lost him completely. All he could do now was hope one of his colleagues caught the man on the motorcycle. Kuze's voice crackled through the earpiece. Mobile command center calling all units. The suspect on the motorcycle has handed off the case to an accomplice in Miyashita Park, another foreigner. For real? Kano muttered. One thing immediately struck him as strange. Why hand the case off to someone else at all? Why not just escape on the bike? The man with the motorcycle dumped the bike and fled on foot. We've retrieved the bike and run the plate, and we've determined it was a stolen vehicle. How do I do it on my... No. So that's... I'm good. What? Oh, come on. Yeah. So how do I do the... Come on, go back. How do I do the little thingy? The word. Stolen vehicle. No. There we go. Okay, so it's X and then A. The advanced police communication system is carefully maintained. By using the digital wireless systems in their patrol cars, officers are able to directly access the station's computer network, allowing them to quickly check to see if an individual is on the wanted list or if a vehicle is stolen. We learned something about humans today. We still don't have enough details to positively ID the suspect. Suspect now carrying the attaché case, heading through Dokenzaka, also on foot. We've got him under observation. Dokenzaka, huh? That wasn't too far from where Kano was now. Looks like we're dealing with a foreign crime syndicate that's familiar with Shibuya. All units, head to Dokenzaka. But do not, I repeat, do not attempt to apprehend the suspect with the case. Let's see where he goes. Kano nodded to himself. Without knowing more about the crook's MO, letting this guy go for now was probably the only right call. I just want you all to know one last thing, because his tone grew more solemn. Whatever happens, I know I can count on each and every one of you. Don't disappoint me. Over and out. Kano had the unsettling feeling that the message had been meant for him. Right. It's now or never. The sudden appearance of the syndicate and its bizarre actions were rapidly moving things beyond the jurisdiction of both the MPD and the local police. Mustering his resolve, Kano headed over for Dokenzaka. Oh. Is it our friend? Kano pulled his cell phone out of his pocket. It was Rumi calling. She knew full well he wasn't supposed to take private calls while he was working a case. Maybe it was an emergency? He decided to pick up. Rumi? I'm sorry. Are you in the middle of something right now? Kind of. Is this an emergency? Well, yeah. So I'm at Shibuya right now and... Shibuya? His real fake girlfriend. The one that looks like the actress. Why did she have to be in Shibuya now of all times? So, my father came down from Nagano all of a sudden. What? Rumi's father, Shizuo, had been staunchly opposed to the two of them getting married. Oh, they're married. Kano had visited his home many times, but the man had never even deigned to meet him. Yeah, he told me to tell you he wants to meet with you. What? Now? Kind of blurted the words out
Holy
with
shit,
more
a
alarm.
stream.
Hi, Leah. What's up? More alarm than he'd intended. I told him you were busy working, but he said he'd wait. This can't be happening, Kana whimpered to himself. I'm sorry. I know he can be demanding. That's not the issue. Her dad offering to wait made it harder for him to refuse. All right, Kano said, but I'll have to call you back later, okay? He whimpered. Ugh. I really am sorry. I'll be at a cafe called Lautrec. It's by the train station. Rumi hung up. For a long moment, Kano stood in a daze, staring at his phone, as if keeping up with the case wasn't stressful enough. At last, he stumbled into motion, but even as he scoured Dogenzaka for any sign of the criminal, his mind remained fixed on the meeting with Rumi's dad. There was no way of knowing when he'd be done with his casework today. But could he really pass up on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get her father's approval for her hand in marriage? What do you mean by that? Odds are that this will not be the only once-in-a-lifetime experience Detective Kano winds up having today. Her dad is definitely involved in the case. Oh yeah. Dude, he could be a character. Maybe he could slip away for just a bit. There are plenty of detectives still tailing the suspect. Taking 15 minutes or so to meet with Shizuo wouldn't be such a big deal, would it? This is my big chance. I should go meet with Rumi and Shizuo while I can. No, right now I've got a job to focus on. Let's go. It's now or never, Kano decided. His future happiness depended on winning over Shizuo. He might not have the opportunity later if the kidnapping case wound up going south. He'd just have to make sure he didn't linger too long. He was trying to decide the best way to save as much time as possible when he caught sight of a taxi passing by. He stepped out into the street to flag the cab down. Looks like he did more than that. The station wasn't too far away, but it would be faster to take a car than run there. The taxi screeched to a halt. Careful, buddy, shouted the cab driver through the open window. You're gonna get yourself killed. Looking more closely, Kano saw that there was already someone in the back seat. Well, crap. He hadn't considered that the cab might have already been taken. Still, he didn't have time to wait for another to come along. Kano leaned in close to the back door of the taxi. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. Beggars couldn't be choosers after all. No way, snapped the passenger. He didn't seem the genial type. Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please, this is really, really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it's a matter of life or death. Please. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm dealing with something urgent here, too. Then let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. Sorry, buddy. It's life or death on my end, too. I gotta look after me and mine. Kinda could see this was going nowhere. Right. So sorry to trouble you. Kinda stepped back in frustration. I feel like they would recognize each other. This is gonna be a different guy. The taxi sped away. We have like a lot of characters to meet, I think. Kinda scanned the area looking for the other cabs. Instead, he spotted the man with the attaché case. Oh shit. It was a stroke of dumb luck, but Kano wasn't going to lose sight of him now. He decided to follow. Further up along Dogenzaka, in the direction the perp was heading, was where Yamate Dori joined Route 246. Maybe the guy was planning to meet up with a getaway car? No, wait, hold on. If that were the plan, why would the gang have ditched the motorcycle earlier? Kano started tailing the man, racking his brain all the while. The suspect turned down a narrow side road. He wasn't heading toward Yamate Dori or Route 246 at all, but back towards Shibuya Station. What in the world was going on? It was starting to feel like the crooks were just messing with the investigation team. Kano radioed Kuze on the wireless. What's that? The police wireless system is digital in order to make transmissions more difficult to intercept. There are several different channels available, including the basic local channel, a common channel for contacting other nearby patrol cars, channels assigned to specific precincts, action update channels for riot squads, and so on. There's also a separate channel specifically for kidnapping cases, not on the standard wavelengths. Sir, I don't think there's any point in seeing where this guy leads us anymore. It's not your call to make. Keep watching him. Sir, this is a waste of time. That girl might be in danger if... Kano's argument was cut short as he saw the man hand off the attaché case to yet another foreigner. Again? How many times are these criminals going to pull this trick? The detectives broke into two groups to follow both of the men. How big is this team that they can keep splitting up? Kano followed the man with the attaché case, who eventually led him back to the area around Shibuya Station. Rumi and Shizuo should be waiting at a nearby cafe right now. Kano tried to remember the name. That's right, it was called Lautrec. The name of the cafe where college student Ryoko Kakinuma works as a waitress. Named after 19th century French painter Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec, or whatever. He created numerous works, including many posters, book illustrations, and book covers, which are highly regarded in the art world. He kept his eye out for a place by that name as he tailed the target. Before long, he did spot the cafe. Its large plate glass window offered a view of the cozy interior. The sign out front read Lautrec. Looked like this was the place. The man with the case was at the intersection, waiting for the light to change. Kano took the opportunity to peer inside. He spotted Rumi right away. She was facing away from him, so the man seated across from her must be her father. They haven't met? Kano realized he'd never even seen a picture of him. What? Shizuo grew organic produce in Nagano nowadays, but until 2 years ago, he'd been a detective with the Investigation Division. MPD Investigative Division, responsible for handling crimes such as murder, kidnapping, and arson that take place within the Tokyo metropolis. Truly exceptional officers are assigned to this division. They are regularly dispatched to various regional task forces to aid in investigations, where their talent and experience often prove critical. The position of section chief is traditionally given only to dedicated personnel well-versed with crime scenes and organizational administration. Rumi looked up to her father for his distinguished police career and always spoke quite highly of him. Kano had figured that if he became a policeman, Rumi might appreciate that. It was a simple impulse that had led him to join the force. He had also figured that public servants could stay afloat even in times of recession, and that his physical training would serve him well in such a line of work. Once he was a policeman, he thought he could approach Shizuo with his head held high and ask for his blessing in marrying his daughter. But after Rumi graduated from university, Shizuo had up and retired from police work. Even Rumi didn't know I'd made the decision. Kano had traveled to Nagano many times to ask Shizuo for permission to marry her. But the only response he ever got was, "I'm not giving away my daughter to any cop." Kano had never even gotten past the intercom before her father turned him away. Years on the force had nearly made Kano lose sight of what had driven him to become a policeman in the first place. And now, the chance to meet Shizuo face to face had finally come. He peered intently into the cafe. Across from Rumi sat an older man with a grim expression. Just who was this hard-faced fellow? It took a lot to rattle Kano, but the guy looked scary. Could this really be his sweet little Rumi's father? Man, it seems so mean to put that over top of like a real dude. Like this poor guy. The prospect of meeting him with him later filled Kano with sudden dread. The man went into the JR Shibuya station and stood before the ticket machine. It looked like he was planning on boarding a train. A scene from a popular movie about a kidnapping sprang into Kano's mind, where the crook had made off with the ransom money after it was tossed out the window of a train. What if this guy managed to get outside the dragnet and pull a stunt like that? It looks like the suspect is going to board a train, Kano informed Kuze over the wireless. Make sure you stay on his tail. Apparently Kuze still wanted to string the perp along for a bit. Okay, so in my head, I'm thinking that Kuze is the bad guy. Because there was something that happened in the earlier scene that it was like really convenient for Kuze to have given some certain order. Because right now what he could be doing is having this big line of different like people that he's making all of them follow. That way he's like splitting the... Because right now, like this would take Kano out of Shibuya if he follows him, you know? He is... No, Kuze is a different guy. Kuze is the head. That's the different guy. That's the partner. But he could just be splitting up the entire force so that nobody's actually around when the real plan kicks off, you know? Whatever. This is all a distraction. We've got the lizards ready to pursue. Japanese police lingo for motorcycle squads deployed to pursue suspects in urban settings. We'll re-establish our dragnet around whatever station he gets off at. Man purchased a ticket from the machine and passed through the gate. There was no way to tell what station he'd bought a ticket for, but it looked like he was heading clockwise along the Yamanote line loop. Kano used his prepaid card and made his way through the ticket gate as well. Officers do not actually get free rides on public transportation simply by flashing their badges, as is frequently depicted in TV shows and films. Doing so might risk alerting the suspect. For this reason, prepaid cards are provided ahead of time. Not the fire alarm ambient noise. Oh. An announcement chime signaled the imminent arrival of a train up on the platform. The man made his way up the stairs, looking calm and composed. He showed no sign of checking for pursuers. Kano hurried after him. That's because he's probably expecting it. The man stopped at the very edge of the platform to await the train. Not ideal. There was no way for Kano to get close without sticking out like a sore thumb. The train glided up to the platform. The man gave a quick look around as he stepped aboard. Kano followed. Trains on the Yamanote line didn't stop for long, and soon they were on their way. That is an empty-ass train. Glancing around, Kano noticed other MPD investigators who had slipped aboard on the train as well. The suspect stood oh my goodness gracious, stood behind the driver's compartment, staring oh my goodness! Contemplatively at the scenery outside. The man's composure only served to rattle Kano more. A man in a gaudy necktie walked past Kano, talking on his cell phone. Yes, everything's going fine on this end, he said. There's no need to worry. In his other hand, he carried the same sort of attaché case as the man they were tailing. He headed right toward the driver's compartment and stood next to the suspect. Well now that's not suspicious. Kano leaned his head subtly, straining to make out what he could of the phone conversation at the other end of the car. Yes, of course. 225 pages, all fully proofread. 225. You need more practice, more reading streams. I do need more practice. Article 225 of the Penal Code of Japan details kidnapping for profit and kidnapping for ransom. Accordingly, 225 is police shorthand for kidnapping. That was police jargon for kidnapping. Okay, so why would you make me click it if you were just going to say it? Was this guy in cahoots with the kidnapper? Maybe the criminals had planned... Oh, wait. Okay. Maybe the criminals had planned a attaché case swap. Kano watched the newcomer like a hawk. But rather than making contact with the suspect, the man turned around and strolled back the way he'd come. He hadn't done anything suspicious at all. Yes, right. Understood. Kano stole a glimpse of the man's face as he passed. He stopped and looked at Kano, seemingly aware that he was being watched. What's this air fryer-ass smile? Kano decided to... stare him down. Kano decided to stare him down. Ah, my apologies, the man said. He shut his phone with a click. I know it's rather rude to talk on one's cell phone when you're on a train. That's just common decency. The man affected a smile, then headed back to the car from which he'd come. Sheesh. Guess I overreacted. No, I think you... Gotta stop staring at everyone. An oddly dressed passenger murmured into Kano's ear. Blend into your surroundings more. God damn it. Sasayama, when did you get here? His partner had somehow found time to change his disguise. The steely expression on his face was at odds with his anime nerd getup, not the otaku getup. Kano had seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. Yeah? Oh my lord. It's quite rare for Sasayama to actually wear a suit. On rare occasions, when he does, he's walking the halls of his home precinct, he frequently goes unrecognized. Here are some of Sasayama's costume designs from his evidence notebook. Wait. Duh. Oh my god. Santa's a must for Christmas. Stakeouts with a smile. Keep presents in bag to calm down children in case of emergency. Use this for train stakeouts. Don't forget awkward smile. Bag of merch. Going too far? The socks are killer. Filled with posters and figurines. Glasses are crucial. point is to draw attention in crowded cards. Tragic expression, sunglasses, suit and posture amplify wild animal side. Disguised for stakeouts at dockside warehouses. Let coworkers know beforehand so as to not be mistaken for the real thing. Handcuffs up sleeves. Arrest crooks while practicing discipline. Might help to stop funeral robbers. For nighttime stakeouts, why is he dressed like that? Plenty of exposure. Hardcore material. Emphasize bulginess in final version. Oh my god, please. I hope we see him do those. Chef, magician, samurai, and astronaut to name a few, but this was a new extreme, even for him. When he first joined the force, Kano had found Sasayama's costuming antics amusing, wondering where he'd managed to find its outfits. But lately his quirk had become tedious. You like the ocean? Huh? Never mind. Sasayama pulled a small bottle from his breast pocket. Drink this while you can. Guessing you haven't eaten. Huh? What's this? Least I could do. He handed Kano the bottle, then slipped away into the next compartment. Don't actually drink that shit. Who knows what's in it? He'd pulled an all-nighter and hadn't eaten, so he was glad to have something. He took a sip. Whatever this was, it was bland. It almost didn't taste like anything. Just what had Sasayama given him? Why did he drink it? Ah, what the heck. Anything's better than nothing. He brought the bottle to his lips and chugged the contents down. He suddenly got a massive head rush. He felt a heat like a burning that spread from his insides throughout his whole body. No, that wasn't right. It was an ache. It was a ferocious ache. A burning that spread from his insides to his fingertips. And there was pain. A numbing that spread from his insides all the way down to his toes. Oh my god, he's going into heat. Dude, it undid his heat suppressant. Burning, aching, hurting. Burning, aching, hurting. Burning, aching, hurting. Twitchy, itchy, dizzy, sleepy, chilly, willy-nilly. This was not good. This was super duper not good. He broke into a cold sweat. His forehead drenched. Girl. His body damp and clammy all over. He felt his grip on consciousness slipping. Sasayama, what the hell did you do to me? With bleary eyes, he squinted to read the writing on the bottle. Burning! After a scant few letters, Kano blacked out. He just passed out! Oh my god. The least he could do. Kano blacked out after drinking an unknown substance without checking to see what it was. What he drank, it turns out, was a free sample of something called Burning Hammer. But don't blame Sasayama. He was just passing along the sample he got from someone in a mascot costume. Whoa. Let's go to the mascot costume. Achi! Tama! Tama! Disney! It's so hot. It's so hot in this thing. Way too hot. I feel like I'm sitting in a sauna. Everyone else on the street looks nice and cool, but here I am, getting treated to my very own personal midsummer heat wave. On top of that, I can barely see. I can barely breathe, for that matter. But hey, what can I do? Oh, I am so thirsty. Some iced tea would be amazing right now. I'm gonna pass out from dehydration at this rate. May as well admit it. I underestimated how tough this would be. Who knew wearing a mascot costume would be so uncomfortable? A delicate young lady like myself has no business doing this sort of job. I suddenly have so much respect for the people on those superhero TV shows. Like, can you imagine doing action scenes in something like this? Heck, All I'm doing is standing here, and I'm this close to calling it quits. Young lady, I know. We got a woman in there. But I can't. I need the work. I need the money. This is no time to be a wuss. If I give up on this, what else am I possibly going to do? Check out the revolutionary new diet drink, Burning Hammer. I thrust a free sample toward passerby while shouting as loud as I can. Free portion, usually quite small, of a product given out to consumers as a sales gimmick allows them to test the quality and effect of a cosmetic or health product prior to purchase, frequently referred to as a trial size or freebie version of the product. In addition to passing out free samples on the street, some shops also include free samples with purchased products. Please note that simply taking a product without paying for it in order to test it out is theft. Don't do it.
The Chaos Emeralds.
Welcome in, Director Nemo. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Come on, give it a try. Oh, it's no use. People just walk by, one after the other. They avoid looking at the sample. It's been like this ever since I started standing here. What gives? You'd figure at least one person would have taken a bottle by now. I mean, it's free, but I haven't managed to give away a single one. If this keeps up, there's no way I'm getting paid. And then this whole miserable experience will all have been for nothing. Just drink this and watch the pounds melt away. No exercising or dieting necessary. I can hear the desperation in my own voice. Just burn, burn, burn. Burn those pounds away. They're giving me cold looks now. They probably think I'm some shyster trying to offload dodgy product. It's that simple. That simple, folks. Just drink the weight away. I guarantee it. Heck, this whole thing reeks of a scam to me, too. In other words, it seems extremely dubious or suspicious. Her fat fucking tail is blocking the thing blind people use to walk around in the subway. What a bitch. No wonder no one takes the samples. Dude, she's gonna cause an accident. It comes from a simple shortening of scandalous misdeeds. Wait, is that actually what scam means? Scandalous misdeeds? But these claims have little evidence to support them. Oh, proposed. Haha. Losing weight just by drinking some concoction is way too good to be true. Yeah, but shooting it up? Now we're talking. Have we tried injecting, burning, whatever? But still, free is free. You'd think I'd be able to give one or two away. It's not like I'm not trying. Okay, pep talk time. You can do this. Think about the money. Just start with one bottle. Alright, I'm going to give away this bottle to the next person I see, no matter what. I close my eyes and gather my determination. I just need to get started, and the momentum will build from there. Alright, eyes open. There are two people walking in my direction. Wait, two? Oh no, which one do I pick? Not the homeless guy. If I keep waffling, they're both going to pass me by. I just need to hand this bottle off. Which one of these guys looks more likely to take it? Clutching the free sample in my furry fist, I try to force it off on the businessman. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist, I try to force it off on the businessman to my left. Here you go, sir. A free sample of Burning Hammer, the latest and greatest diet drink. The businessman flashes me a look of utter contempt. Makes a point of avoiding me as he slips past. Bam. There goes the wind right out of my sails. What are the other?
Chaos Emeralds.
Thanks for the follow, Baking Star. Welcome to the graveyard. How are you? I wonder how the other mascot is doing about now. Oh my god.
Emeralds.
What the hell's going on? Multiple people. Thanks for the follow, Aito. Welcome, welcome, everybody. There's a sales demo happening today at 1 o'clock at Nakano Building. Oh, Nokane Building. Huh. Looks like the chicken has handed out all kinds of samples. The little stripe on your bangs following the animations reminds me of Cupid Mayo. Just a little dash for flavor. Hello. How come nobody is taking any of mine? What could I possibly be doing wrong? I look at the clock. It's just a little after 11. My morning of wandering around hawking diet drinks is just about over. I'll need to get ready to head over to the sales demo. I'd love to take the costume off, but then I'd have to carry it. Samples I haven't even given out yet are almost too heavy as it is. Oh well. I might not have gotten results, but I tried my best. Sure hope they don't withhold my pay or anything. Hey, what gives? You had that many left? Oh, come on. The chicken speaks with a female voice. Yeah, I reply sheepishly. Nobody seems to want to take mine. Well, I mean, are you looking for the right targets? Huh? Like groups of girls or bored-looking older ladies. Those are the types you gotta be gunning for, you know? Wow, I hadn't even considered that. Now that she says that, it seems so obvious. This is a diet drink, after all. Of course I'm not gonna have any luck trying to foist it off on random guys. Well, whatever the chicken says. Here, give me the samples you've got left. I hand over my samples, and the chicken dumps the whole lot into her basket. I'll drink whatever's left so they don't find out you didn't pass them out, she says. Huh? Wait, like all of them? You fit into one of those categories, Amati. Which one? Yeah, all of them. The chicken sounds pretty confident in herself. These may just be sample-sized bottles, but still, they add up to a lot. I can feel myself on the brink of tears at the kindness of her offer. Thank you so much. That's a huge help. I bow deeply, which makes my mascot head wobble. What a nice girl. I'm sure that she'll come back. Oh, they are friends now. Leaving the station behind, we head down Center Gai towards the Nokane building. That would be the multi-tenant office building in Udagawa-cho, located in Center Gai, Shibuya's downtown district, if you weren't aware. In addition to hosting the weight loss drink sales demo, the building is also home to foreign capital protection. Foreign capital protection firm Japan Cellcom, the IT mainstay Shibuya Onset SON video game developer Shindai Trade Co., and Strike Back Labs, publisher of the monthly magazine Science Strikes Back, along with many other businesses. Suspicious. The Burning Hammer sales demo is going to be held there this afternoon. The job's supposed to pay 10,000 yen for the day, but if we can sell at least 100 bottles at the demo, they promise another 10,000 on top of that. That's not bad. I need to make sure I sell those 100 bottles. I need that 20,000 yen, and I need it ASAP. We arrive at the Nokane building, a run-down multi-tenant office complex. Oh my god, these advertisements are amazing. We head into the room where the Burning Hammer sales demo is taking place. There are already about 50 seats set out. I wonder how many people the free samples will pull in. A stage has been set up at the far end of the room. That's where I'm going to be standing, sipping Burning Hammer while explaining its effects to the customers. Hurry up and take that thing off. The chicken flaps her wings as she speaks. It's kind of early, but come on, let's have lunch. I'm starving. Now that she mentions it, I realize I'm pretty hungry myself. The demo's not starting for another 2 hours. I can't win an argument against my stomach for that long. The chicken and I head to the waiting room where they've set out our lunches for us. Mind getting my back real quick? The chicken asks. She arches her back toward... Okay, it is that kind of game. Apparently she can't reach her own zipper. Oh, sure, give me just a sec. I try to unzip the back of the chicken suit, but my own suit's thick, fuzzy fingers have a hard time of it. What's the holdup? Come on, I'm roasting in this thing. Hurry up and get it off me. I've almost got it. It's just awkward with these mitts. Finally, I get a hold of the zipper and yank it off. Downward. Same thing. A girl emerges from the chicken, as if the chicken itself were an egg. Ooh, I'm alive. Her red sweatshirt is drenched in sweat. Almost at once, she's kicking back and cooling off with a hand fan. Sorry, but would you mind getting me too? I ask. Yeah, okay. I turn my back to the girl. I hear metal clacking behind me. At long last, I'm about to be free of this 5-ton fursuit. Huh? The girl murmurs awkwardly. Oh, what? I bet you feel like Unit 2 after getting hit by that beam. A spike of anxiety hits me. What's wrong, I ask. Yeah, that's a no-go. Zipper's busted. What? Yeah, sorry. This thing ain't coming off. What? My vision goes dark. No, no, no! I tug desperately at the costume, but no luck. I'm trapped inside. Oh, what the crap! It's so cute! Oh, well, we can talk to the boss about it when he gets back, the girl says. I mean, it's not like we can just cut it off with you with cut it off you with scissors or anything. Shen's entirely unconcerned. It's so unfair. I need out of the stuffy, sweltering steam bath as soon as possible. All I can do is clench my fist in impotent rage. But anyway, good work out there today, the girl continues. I'm Chiriko Asugi, by the way. You can just call me Chiri. Oh, she's so cute! She smiles as she introduces herself. I mean, I am a pretty cheery girl after all. She breaks out into a hearty guffaw. Oh, sure, I say. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, for sure. So, guess you're not going to be able to eat lunch in that getup, huh? Huh? Ugh, that's right. What should I do? Don't sweat it. Just leave it to me. Huh? I'll eat both lunches myself. Chiri doesn't even wait for me to reply before reaching for my lunch. Be ashamed to let it go to waste, she says. Which makes it sound like leftover food's a bigger concern than my hunger. I can feel my appetite stirring all the more as she devours my meal with a satisfied grin on her face. A faint, pathetic gurgle rises from my belly. It's just a cheap little prepackaged box lunch, but right now it looks like a feast. So what's your name? Chiri asks. Her cheeks are still packed with rice. My name? Yeah. Oh, it's I struggled to think of an answer, my eyes alight on the piece of tamagoyaki clutched between Chiri's chopsticks. The yellow slab of lightly grilled egg wobbles to and fro. This game is so fucking loud. I'm surprised nobody's commented on this song in particular is torture. It looks slightly undercooked. Come on, what's your name? Oh, right, Tama. It's Tama. Huh, you mean like the famous cat? Well, ain't that fitting. Chiri chortles and stuffs the piece of tamagoyaki into her mouth, then takes a big swig of iced tea. I am beyond jealous. Wish I could gorge myself on those box lunches until I'm full to bursting. Heck, even a cold glass of iced tea would be a lifesaver right now. I'm so thirsty, I'm starting to get all dizzy. Maybe I really am getting dehydrated. This isn't good. If I don't do something, I'm going to pass out before the sales demo even starts. Then I remember something. The zipper down my back might be busted, but I can still take the head off, right? That way I'd at least be able to eat and drink stuff. Alright! I decide to... grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might, rock my head back and forth good and hard. Ask Chiri, would you mind helping me pull my head off? Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my... Ow! I feel a dull, throbbing pain at the back of my head. Like I bumped my head somewhere. But I don't remember doing that recently. Chiri flashes me a curious look. What are you doing? She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. That ain't gonna work. That thing's attached to the body. I slump forward in defeat, face planting on the tabletop. No. Most folks would have noticed that when they put it on, you know? Well, I didn't. The boss helped me get into this thing. Well, don't let it get you down, Chiri says. Here, drink some of this. She pulls a bottle with a straw from her bag and pours some of the tea into it. In a fever of thirst, I jam the plastic straw through the mascot costume's mouth. Thankfully, it reaches as far as my own. I suck for all I'm worth. I suck and I suck and I suck. My body rejoices as the moisture returns to it, like rain coming to the desert. And thus, I revive. Actually, it kind of does feel like I'm coming back to life. Oh, thank you so much. I am never going to forget this as long as I live. With tears welling up in my eyes, I clutch Chiri's hand in my fuzzy mitts. Aw, hey, I'm not the kind of person to abandon someone in need, you know, she replies. An embarrassed grin comes across her face. How come you're carrying this bottle around with you anyway, I ask. Oh, that's because I make my own protein juice. In Japan, the word protein is frequently used to refer to a powdered health supplement. A powdered health food supplement that contains vitamins and minerals as well as a protein component. It is dissolved in milk or another liquid to create a drink. A protein diet typically involves drinking a glass of this in place of a meal. Drinking in place of tea would assuredly lead to weight gain. Protein juice? Never heard of it. Lean! I heard that if you have protein juice for one of your 3 meals every day, you'll lose weight. So yeah, I kind of need to keep it. Given Chiri's sort of, well, chubby frame, I don't think the protein's been working so great for her. But she's beautiful. She's super cute. I've been trying all sorts of stuff, but right now protein is totally the best thing for my diet. This stuff, though, Chiri casts her eyes at the free samples of burning hammer on the table. It's like totally bogus. Huh? Bogus? That's a surprise. Well, yeah, Chiri says. You've got to exercise if you want to burn body fat. Burn? The best way to burn fat is to engage in steady, low-intensity aero. I don't need to read this shit. She smacks herself on one flabby arm. I mean, there's no way you're going to lose weight by taking in more calories. Huh? Didn't she just say she was drinking protein juice to lose weight? I keep that thought to myself. I mean, that'd be as ridiculous as all-you-can-eat Kobe beef, she adds. She shakes her head all-you-can-eat Kobe beef. She shakes her head seriously. I almost got Korean barbecue tonight, but because of the stupid tornado, I wasn't able to go out with my friends. And they're like, oh, well, we'll just go out tomorrow. And I'm gone tomorrow, and so I don't get my Korean barbecue at all. I'm not sure about using all-you-can-eat anything as an example in a discussion about weight loss. They finally decided to go out with me. They never go out to Korean barbecue because it's always too expensive for some of them. Yeah, I'm finally making the trek to IKEA. I need my bookshelf. I need my bookshelf bad. That'll motivate me. Arranging my books will motivate me to keep reading. I haven't read a book in like a month. And maybe get some plushies while I'm there. I've never been to IKEA before. I dream of it. I've heard wonderful tales of that magical place. But I've never been. Because there's not one near me. The nearest one is like multiple hours away. I have to drive multiple hours. There's something else they sold at IKEA you wanted. Rat. Shark. Bookshelf. What else did I want? I think that was it. Was there something else that I needed? Are you my little shopping list? But hey, a job's a job, Chiri says after a moment, perking up again. They tell me to sell this junk and I'll sell it. A sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door. Oh, the phone stand. Maybe. If they have one, I'll buy it. Please, just give me time. I swear I'll get it back to you. Ah, the phone thing. Yeah, I'll get one. Everything's pretty cheap there, I think. Comparatively. What the heck, Chiri says. Is that the boss? I nod. That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. He's the guy who hired me. Saddling up alongside Chiri, I very quietly open the door and take a peek inside. Is it a foreigner? Oh no, it's Yakuza. Mr. Yanagishita is down on his hands and knees, begging while two uncouth-looking men glower at him. Just a little more time, that's all I ask, he pleads. Once I sell the stuff, I can pay you back. I see a tiny bottle of burning hammer in his hand. Just a little more, mimics the middle-aged fellow. I just gotta sell this. We've heard enough of that out of you. Yeah, the younger guy sneers. We ain't giving you any more time, so quit asking. But I really just need a little longer this time. Please, you gotta believe me. From the look of things, Mr. Yanagishita is dealing with some loan sharks. Though it seems obvious that the term refers to toothy predators of the deep, the word shark in this case actually has its origins in an older Germanic word meaning parasite, or someone who preys on others. The same word gives rise to the terms pool shark and card shark. In the case of loan sharks, though, the initial mental image seems quite appropriate. Huh. And the two thugs are clearly in no mood for his continued groveling. Chiri and I exchange a glance. It's probably best if we don't go out there right now. But now I'm really worried. Am I actually going to get paid for this? As I'm pondering that, one of the men grabs Yanagishita by the nape of his neck and drags him to his feet. Come with us, pal. We'll take you someplace you can, work off your debts. Say what? Mr. Yanagishita wails. Two men drag him away. I've read that kind of BO. I know exactly where he's going and it's nowhere good. Huh, guess he's gone then, Chiri says. She's already starting to pack up her things. Wait, what are you doing? I ask. They're gonna cut his balls off! Not much point sticking around. Going home? I mean, the demo sure ain't happening now. Anyhow, it was nice working with you. See ya. Moments later, Chiri's out the door. So sad. Now what do I do? Huh. I've been left here all by myself. More or less at a total loss. Bad end! Shift's over. So we need to keep him from getting got by them loan sharks. Well, we've got this guy. Oh, this is the guy that was on the train, right? Maybe? We've also got this guy, Minorikawa. Lots of bad ends. It was 2. Obviously, we're going to get bad ends. Let's do Achi. I don't like leaving this gap between them. Let's go hang out with the man. What was his name? It was the something recycle, like the recycle monster. What was it? Mean Clean. I think it's clean, not green. The man with the cane aimed his gun at Hitomi, his face devoid of emotion. Please, the girl said, trembling. Why are you doing this? But the man did not reply. Quickly, Achi stepped in between Hitomi and the gun, spreading his arms wide. Stop, he said in English, one of the few English words he knew. He quickly reverted back to Japanese. Who the hell are you? Still, the man did not respond. You know this guy, Hitomi? No. Achi was sure he'd never seen the man either. What are you after? Money? Oh, that was Achi talking. You know this guy, Hitomi? No. Achi was sure he'd never seen the man either. What are you after? Money? Because if you are, boy, are you wasting your time chasing us. The man furrowed his brow, adjusting his point of aim to Achi's face. His bloodthirsty gaze left Achi no doubt that he was willing to pull the trigger. Reflexively, Achi took a step back, his foot clattering against the discarded beer bottle. We're going to get gunned down for sure, unless we can find some way to catch this guy off guard. It didn't need to be much. If Achi could just distract the gunman for a moment, buy himself the briefest window. Shoot me then. Go on, do it! He stepped forward as he shouted, hoping the provocation would confuse the guy for just long enough. Huh. Even as Achi moved, the gunman's attention was distracted for an instant by a sudden sound. The phone in his breast pocket was ringing. Maybe this is who the guy on the train was calling. Seeing his chance, Achi... Let's grab Hitomi and run. Hitomi! Achi grabbed Hitomi and ran. He charged the man at the doorway, kicking at the cane he leaned on. The assassin lost his balance and stumbled to the left. That's funny for some reason. Run! Still holding Hitomi's hand, Achi rushed out of the club. The two sprinted away through the side streets and alleys of Shibuya. Achi began to feel as if they were running some maddening maze. Forlorn, the two had made it almost as far as Aoyama. Wait up. Huh? Achi, wait up! Hey, we got out. It worked. I had a feeling like if we grabbed the gun, what I really wanted to do, I wanted to like let him take the phone conversation because like I was like, oh well, maybe the conversation will be important enough that like it takes him away. It's more important than Hitomi. Never trust stares. They're always up to something. So wisely said. What's up, ass taster? How you doing? Did you have to get another account? I swore that you were 36. Achi glanced back at Hitomi. Oh, my bad. Guess we've been running pretty hard. You tired? Hitomi shook her head. This is a different ass taster. You are not the ass taster I know. No, it's just, I have to get to Dogenzaka. Dogenzaka? What for? What could she possibly need to do there now? I was 36, but then someone had to go and report me. Ah. I think we talked about this. All ass tasters are me. I'm every ass taster. It's all in me. That's what I was told when I handed over the attaché case. The man leaned in to whisper to Hitomi as he reached for the case. You're going to do exactly as I tell you. 2 things. He wore a cool, feigned smile, as if this were some casual conversation. First, you're gonna go to Doganzaka and get in the blue van there. Hitomi nodded wordlessly. Second, you will not attempt to contact either the police or your family in the meantime. His chilling tone brooked no argument. Just those 2 things, and we'll let your sister go. Hitomi nodded again. The man flashed her a big, bright grin. Okay then. Give me the money. A blue van in Doganzaka, huh? Aji muttered. So that's why you said the police were a no-go? Yes, exactly. Hitomi's voice betrayed her desperation. Wonder if your sister's in that van then. If she is, then we've got to hurry. The issue lay in how to get to Doganzaka. They could probably avoid their pursuer if they kept to streets only the locals usually knew about. That meant staying off the more well-trafficked routes like Roppongidori or the stretch between Miyamazuzaka and the station. The side roads south of the stations were their best bet. That was so many words! It was going to be a long detour. Alright, come on. Turning, Achi headed back the way they'd come. After a moment's confusion, Hitomi followed. Achi? There was a note of worry in her voice. Hey, don't sweat it. I actually live in Doganzaka. We're heading right back to my old neighborhood. Hitomi bowed her head. Thank you so much. Hey, it's no problem. I had to head home anyway. Achi gave her a grin, and she cracked a tiny smile of her own. Wow, they're falling in love. Hey, you two. You got a minute? Oh, Mean Clean's gonna he's gonna clean the streets up. A pair of men approached from across the street. There was something shady looking about them. Achi's protective instincts kicked in, and he stepped in front of Hitomi. These guys meant trouble. He wanted to be ready. We just want to ask you something. Younger, the 2 men drew in closer, a sharp gleam in his eye. Achi braced himself. Ask us what? You know where the Nokane building is? The man held up a flyer. It was for some sort of health food sales demo. Come on, man. The Nokane building. You know where it is, or not. Achi knew the name. Wasn't that one of the buildings on Center Guy? That was near Doganzaka, the same direction he was going. We are not gonna help these lost dudes. I don't like the thought of these 2 following Hitomi and me. Achi pointed them in the opposite direction. Yeah, I didn't think that they should go there. Achi pointed them in the opposite direction from Center Guy. Pretty sure it's that way, he said. Thanks, man. Sorry to bug you. Oh, he's nice. The 2 men headed off toward the main road. They're gonna kill Achi once he finds them again. What we should do now... so... we saved. Okay. Let's go to Tama. Because now those guys might be lost. Yeah, let's yank it. Or, yeah, I don't think either of these are gonna do anything. Oh, come on, no matter how hard I pull, it won't come off. So, how do I do the skip? Okay. Scroll through text logs. Okay. Oh, it only meant that way. Hold on. Select toggles. Hold for speed up. Confirm. Okay. Why can't I skip? Eh, 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 eh. She's revived. F1 controls. Forward to next reread mark. Page down. I think I have that bound. Scroll through this. I think I have that bound to something. Yeah, that's my wave. Ha. But they won't let us skip us anyways. Hey. We gotta go through this entire thing again. We're talking about weight loss. We're learning a little bit about lean. I saw a video the other day of a guy filling like one of those like water cooler dispensers with lean. But they like hid one of the ingredients. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know that lean's like years old and people memed on it for a while. I have no idea what that shit is. I just know it's Urple. And mostly Sprite. What's the other ingredient? They hid it. I didn't care enough to look, but enough that I was like, huh, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like Robitussin? Oh, shit. I whirl around in a panic to see an odd-looking man standing in the doorway. It's Junichi Yanagishita. He's the guy who hired us. Oh my god. What a guy. I heard that, Cheery. Don't you go calling my product junk. That's disrespectful. Cheery gave him an apologetic look. Whoops. Sorry about that. You should be. But whatever. You really have doubts? Have a try for yourself. Mr. Yanagishita pulls a bottle of burning hammer from his coat pocket. Sister products include Del Sweats, Cellulose, Better Sweater, Dom Pepperon, Power Burn Z, Mr. Thin, Nega Chow, Super Nega Chow. Dude, I would kill for a pizza right now. At first glance, it looks like some kind of energy supplement, but the cheapo label gives an immediate impression of sketchiness. Go on, says Yanagishita. Give it a go. Shuri reaches out to take it. But no sooner does she grab the bottle than Mr. Yanagishita shouts once more. Wait, hold on! No. What? Cheery squawks. What gives? You two. You're both good, stomach-wise. Stomach-wise? Yeah. Drinking the stuff on an empty stomach can cause some pretty nasty problems. Just make sure you eat or drink some beforehand. Doesn't matter what, really. Wait, nasty problems? Yeah. Such as what, I ask? I'd rather not say. Nobody would buy it otherwise. Seriously? It's all good. I just had lunch, Cheery says. She flashes a carefree smile. Well, I haven't eaten yet. But on the other hand, I've been guzzling as much iced tea as I can to fill myself up. It's probably safe for me to try this stuff. I'm not drinking this shit. No, I'd better not drink this stuff. I love this guy. He's awesome. It's not even particularly appetizing. Cheery twists off the cap. Bottoms up, she declares, and proceeds to noisily gulp her bottle down. Doesn't seem like she minds it. Maybe it's actually pretty tasty after all. Huh? Aren't you gonna have some too? Mr. Yanagishita flashes me a look. Guess I might as well try just a little bit. I stick the bottle of burning hammer into my mascot head mouth. It has an unexpected smell, like curry. Getting my own lips around the mouth of the bottle, I gulp down the liquid inside. Well, there goes my decision. Huh? Doesn't taste like anything. A handful of seconds go by. What? The heck? Feels like a firecracker just exploded inside my mouth. Now it's spicy. Way too spicy. Like I just swallowed a chili pepper coated in curry powder. Before I know it, I'm sweating bullets. Well, you sweating? Mr. Yanagishita asks. Like a whole lot? You are, aren't you? Why does he sound so happy about that? That right there is the magic of burning hammer at work. Churia and I are at a loss for words. Burning hammer! Drink all you want and just burn those pounds away. How's that sound? Good, huh? This is just so stupid spicy it makes you sweat, Cheery blurts out. Blunt and to the point. I approve. Yeah? Well, I guess you're right, Yanagishita says. He hangs his head. What is in this stuff, I ask? I can still feel my tongue tingling. Heck, my body is almost too numb to move. I'm so shocked I even forgot to get properly angry. So, it's his health food product that got imported from America a few years back, Yanagishita explains. But the import agency went out of business not long after and couldn't move the merch. So I bought up the whole lot, everything they had in their storehouse. Spent all the money I had on it. Churi arches an eyebrow. How much did it cost you, she asks. 1 million yen for 300 bottles! Oh my god. I could scarcely believe my ears. 300 bottles at 1 million yen for the lot. That's roughly 3,333 yen apiece. That's crazy. Each one of these teensy little bottles costs over 3,000 yen. You got ripped off, man, Chiri says. You really think so? Huh. Yeah, you're probably right. He hangs his head even more despondently. New tech isn't cheap, baby. He's making history. You gotta lose some to lose some. Oh, well, somebody should write that down. Wait, that was good. I need to make my own weight loss drug. You gotta lose some to lose some. And that's how you explain it being expensive. Write that down. Write that down. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. This is the sort of thing they'd sell in 100 yen shops or something. Ouch. Cheery, moving in for the kill. 100 yen shops, really? Mr. Yanagisha lets out the heaviest of sighs. I was starting to feel pretty bad for the guy, actually. Don't let it get you down, sir, I say, hoping to comfort him. But Mr. Yanagisha just lets out a sob-choked sigh. A deep breath, emphatically exhaled, often a sign of disappointment, stress, or unrequited love. Also a way of expressing the anxiety brought on by massive debt. One has no money to give, only sighs. Right around now, Minori Kawa is in the company of someone inclined to sigh this way. Who's that? Oh. Interesting jump point. I try again. It'll be okay. Whether or not it helps you lose weight, it is spicy and it does make you sweat. I'm not sure if I follow. Chiri says. How much you were selling as a bottle for, boss? 15,000 yen per bottle. Selling all 300 bottles would yield proceeds of 4.5 million yen. After deducting expenses such as the cost of the product, rental fee for the venue, pay for the part-timers and printing flyers, this yields a net profit of roughly 2.5 million yen. It's doubtful that anyone would pay 15,000 yen for a single small bottle, but you never know. There could be a few housewives or young women out there who'd fork out that much in the name of weight loss. A terrifying thought. Amen. Welcome, Ozempic. What? I'm so flabbergasted. Hey, I try to murmur. Sorry, what was your name again? He interjects. Oh, right, I'm Tama. Why are you still wearing your costume? I stumble my way through an explanation. Wow. So then, are you gonna do the sales demo like that? Well, if I can't take the mascot costume off, I don't have much of a choice, do I? Oh. Oh, did I go down? To be fair, there actually is some massive thunder that just started outside. God, the internet straight up down. Hi. Ah, I think it's gonna be bad. Hi. I see the chat on stream, but not in OBS. That's weird. Wait, somebody type something real quick. Oh! Huge flash of lightning just lit up the room. Okay, now it's working. I can't see the old messages, but I can see that you all are typing now. And now I've got coworkers texting me, "Hey, how's the weather where you are?" Professional streamer moment. My coworkers are texting me because apparently it's really bad where I am right now. What the hell? It's okay. We'll live. Hey, this suit's a rental. I don't want to have to reimburse them for the thing. Well, then what am I supposed to do, I ask. He looks at me uncertainly. Maybe you could have someone from the rental place come down, Chiri suggests, before helping herself to the rest of my lunch. Oh, hey, good idea, Yanagisha says. Seems to be making an effort to calm himself down, at least. Just try to grin and bear it until then, Tama. Well, I guess that's that, then. I'm sure we'll get it off eventually, I say. Is it raining? Storm? Rapture? Yes. All. Hopefully before the demo. Yeah, if I go down, it's my internet. I just as it came back, I had finally pulled the stream up on my phone and was going to talk in chat. I'll try to do it a little faster next time to actually give an update. That's the spirit. I really need you to be my model. A model, huh? It's flattering, but I can't help but wonder, when I be getting good at that? Well, this is no time to be timid. I need that money, no matter what. My troubles all started earlier this morning. Oh, there's more lightning. Monty doesn't need to worry about natural disasters. And why is that? I was at a knick-knack shop on Center Guy. I happened to pass by and spotted a red necklace on display in the storefront. Can't kill a ghost. No, but you can wreck her fucking graveyard. My casket's gonna go flying around the air just like that opening scene of Wizard of Oz. All my bones are gonna fall apart. And I got this weird sensation when I saw it. You can maybe call it deja vu? Something like that. It was as if I'd been drawn to it somehow. Paid relocation? This was mine. I was sure of it. I wanted it. No, I needed to make it mine. As soon as I possibly could. That's how strong the feeling was. The price was 40,000 yen. I checked my wallet repeatedly, but I only had 20,000 on me. Nonetheless, I needed to have it. There was just one question. How? Somehow, I managed to drag myself away from the shop. Just a few minutes later, I ran into Mr. Yanagishita. Hey, a voice said out of nowhere. If you want, I can pay you 10,000 for a day's work. 40,000 yen? That's like $1.65. It is not. I found myself staring at this frumpy middle-aged man who was handing me his business card. Managing Director, Junichi Yanagishita, Yamato Health Foods Co. I love him. I'm in a real bind here. I need some extra help. Would you mind coming with me? I'm begging you, just one day. He seemed pretty sketchy. As much as I needed money for that necklace, I wasn't going anywhere with some random weirdo. Yeah, $275 is a lot different. I ignored him and tried to just walk off. Please, please. Yanagishita grabbed me by the hand. Watch it, pal, I snapped. Hands off or I start shouting for help. Please, it's not like that. Just hear me out. Look, I'm in a hurry. Please, please. Knock it off. I spun forcefully away from him, yanking my hand from his grip. Off! Yanagishita whirled through the air and fell into the bushes. What a pose! It's so comedic. I love thinking about it, how they probably had to pose him and have him sit there. Whoa, where'd that come from? He gasped. His eyes were wide as saucers. You a martial artist or something? When you make 100K a day and my profession pays really well. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm sure you are. I think that was just a fluke. The truth was, I surprised myself at how well I'd pull off that escape move. Oh, okay then. Look, I'm sorry. Can you give me a hand? No way. No, I mean, give me your hand. My hip's killing me here. Ow, wow, wow, wow. I guess. The least I could do is help the guy get to his feet. Look, why are you hounding me so much? Please don't be angry. The moment I saw you, I just felt it. I know you know what... if you know what I mean. You're the only person who can possibly do this for me. I let out a sigh, but my interest was admittedly piqued. What kind of job? I need a sales rep for a health supplement. I want you to do PR as a dieting success story for my product. Just look at you. You had the body of an actress. Sales were going to go through the roof. Well, it was hard to feel too offended when he told me that. Job didn't seem as fishy as I initially suspected. All right. Maybe I'm interested, I said. There's just one thing. Yeah? Whatever it is. I'm sure I can handle it. I need 20,000 yen as soon as possible. So if the day only pays 10,000, all right then. If you can sell 100 bottles of our sales event, I'll throw in another 10,000 as a bonus. How does that sound? Certainly couldn't think of any other way I was going to earn 20,000 yen in a single day. This might be exactly the break I needed. You've got a deal. You have my services for the day, I said, bowing my head. Yes! Yanagisha jumped for joy. Oh, and how does that go? 100K Zimbabwean to USD. What about your hip? Huh? Oh, yeah, it's better now. All better. Fixed itself just now. Yanagisha bowed deeply as I gave him a dubious look. Look, I'm sorry, he added hurriedly. I wasn't trying to pull a fast one on you, honest. I was just scouting for talent, and I saw you, and, well, was trusting this guy really the best idea? I was starting to worry, just a little, about whether he'd actually pay up. Look, I've staked everything on this sales demo later today, he went on. This is the make-or-break opportunity of a lifetime. Sure. I'll be honest with you, I'm in a ton of debt. 2 million yen. 2 million. Yanagisha's tone had taken on a feverish intensity. If I don't pay it back by the end of the day, then boy howdy am I up the creek without a paddle. How did you even get into a situation like that, I asked. He gazed skyward, a far-off look in his eyes. Because even if he knows he has no chance of winning, sometimes a man just has to stand and fight. But I guess a girl like you wouldn't understand. He laughed and smiled at his own words, but he was right. I sure as heck didn't understand in the slightest. Anyway, real quick, could you put this on? Mr. Yanagisha briskly rummaged through his bindle, then thrust the cat costume out toward me. What? Here? Yeah! Before the sales event, you gotta hand out some samples. The burning hammer in the samples bottle is cut 10 parts to 1 with water. Even so, it is intensely... Cut! And it did that to Kano? Drinking it on an empty stomach is sure to cause gastrointestinal distress, or even make the drinker black out. It's hard to believe that a sample of something so dangerous would win over any customers. But you never know. There could be housewives or young women out there who'd accept such a risk in the name of weight loss. Another terrifying thought. The job's already started, you know? And with that, Mr. Yanagisha went about getting me into the mascot suit. Looking back on it, it was a pretty ridiculous turn of events. Still, if I was going to get my hands on that necklace, I had to take the chance that this job would pay out. I doubt we're going to be able to sell a single bottle of this crap, Cheery whispers in my ear. I'll just have to do the best I can, I say. I say more to myself than to anyone else. Once again, I ask myself, why am I in such rush to get this necklace anyway? I honestly don't know. It's the strangest thing. I try my hardest to think of a reason, but all I get is a dull, aching throb at the back of my head. So, do we think that maybe this is the sister? It's the same pain I felt earlier, as if I've gotten a good bonk on the head or something. It's probably the sister, right? Because they're keeping her identity a secret. Ah! I don't want to cut stream short, but I feel like I might need to just end it because of the weather. We can go to Kano. Let's go check out Kano a little more. How about that? Now that we've gotten rid of the supplement. Don't take anything from him. Sasayama. In his otaku outfit. Man, imagine. When did this game come out? Did we say when it came out or not? Because imagine what his otaku outfit would look like now. The suspect, meanwhile, was still staring out the window. The announcer's electronic voice filled the train compartment. Next stop, Harajuku. Next stop, Harajuku. Huh? Kano almost cried out. The suspect was moving toward the exit door. Apparently he was only taking the train one station down the line. 2008. Yeah, imagine this now. The train pulled into the Harajuku station. The man got off. Ew! The area east of the Japan Rail Harajuku station, corresponding to Jingumae, Chome, and Shibuya, once a bustling Shikuba or post station where travelers could rest while journeying across the country. In modern times, it bustles instead with high schoolers after school displaying flashy youth fashion. Clothing and accessory stores and fast food restaurants line the streets. Many cutting-edge trends in the Japanese youth culture get their start here. Blech. The detectives following him disembarked accordingly. The suspect walked along the platform and took a seat on an empty bench. Was he checking to see if I had a tail? Sticking around on the platform at a station where you just got off was pretty unusual behavior. Not wanting to arouse the man's suspicion, the investigators from the MPD made their way down the stairs as inconspicuously as they could. Kano, however, had a sudden inspiration and went to speak to one of the station attendants. Sorry to bother you, but I think I left something on the train just now. Try to keep an eye on the man on the bench as he fed his story to the attendant. The suspect sat silently on the bench, attaché case clutched securely in his arms. He didn't really look like he was checking for a tail. Was he waiting here for someone else then? He's getting the next train. Before long, a train heading counterclockwise around the loop. Whoa! Arrived. The man rose from the bench and stepped up to the boarding area. Wait, what the heck? If this guy got on the counterclockwise train, wouldn't that just take him right back to Shibuya Station? The man boarded the train. Kano had no choice but to follow suit. Was this guy playing them? Yeah. I think we've established that. Kano hasn't done, like, anything. Like, really, when you look back at the, like, first hour, Achi was doing everything. Kano just, like, kind of runs around. The suspect got off again once the train reached Shibuya. All he'd done was go to Harajuku and come right back. Kano reported into Kuze. The suspect has returned to Shibuya Station. Acknowledged. Keep tailing him. Kano felt himself growing increasingly paranoid. This criminal organization didn't seem too keen on getting away. And here was HQ, giving these guys free rein. Something was off. He was sure of that. As he tailed the mark, Kano took out his phone. Oh, here we go. There's gonna be drama between Kuze and Rumi's dad, and that's gonna be the reason that Rumi's dad left the force, because these cops are corrupt, and he was getting tired of the corruption in the force, and you can tell because shit like this is allowed to happen. These big heists where the police are gonna get a cut, and Kuze's gonna get a cut of this big heist for some reason. Hello, Rena. Oh my gosh, long time no see. Outside of the initial promotions for it all those years ago. It's really good. I am enjoying it a lot. It's incredibly goofy and very fun to play. It's pretty ingenious, the little time system, like moving back and forth. You have to like set up certain scenes. This route I had, my guy took a drink from his friend and passed out after drinking it. And so I had to go to somebody else's route, who was the person giving out the drinks, and stop them from giving it to that guy. You know, stuff like that. It's really cute how you have to like set up scenes and go mobsters beat up a guy that I needed to be at a certain scene, so I had to go lead the mobsters somewhere else with a different character. That was it's cute. I am doing well. How are you, Rena? Yeah, you should. It's very interesting. What were Tata's instincts about the case right now? If the senior detective had any advice, Kana would love to hear it. He dialed Tatano's number. It's a big crime. Line rang a few times, but nobody picked up. Probably was too busy seeing to Hitomi's safety. Kana felt bewildered. They'd been letting the suspect lead them around for over an hour now. During an abduction case, you generally didn't update the victim's family on any developments in case they tried to interfere. Kana could only imagine what the Osawa family was going through right now. Busy taking care of my health and stuff. That is way important and way more important than VTubing. Totally understandable. Oh my god, a new model! That is so exciting! What? That's super fun. After a short walk from Shibuya Station, the attaché case was handed off yet again. This time, the recipient was a tall, dark-skinned man. Again, the Shibuya-based task force split into two groups in order to tail both suspects. Kano stuck with the man who had the case. And look, the police just get thinner and thinner and thinner. As the previous man had done, the newest suspect wandered around Dogenzaka for a while. Repeatedly looping around and around the same locations was a weirdly roundabout way to make a series of handoffs. Excuse me, detective. Foreigner. Kano turned around with a start. Oh, hey, he said. I know you. It was Leland Palmer, the lecturer who'd been an eyewitness to the kidnapping. Oh, Leland! Oh, yeah. He was the first witness. The man practically radiated concern. How's Maria doing? Is she alright? I'm very, worried for her. His Japanese was more halting now. My heart is with her family. Kano gave a quick look around. Didn't appear that they were being watched. Maybe Palmer knew more than what he told the police earlier. If Kano talked to him now, he might get some additional clues. If the syndicate spots us, my cover's blown. We're hosed. I can't stick around like this. They kind of already would know at this point. Hey, I had the same thing, Rena. That's why I have a completely new design right now. It happens. We're already hosed. Maybe Palmer knew more than he told the police earlier. If Kana talked to him now, he might get some additional clues. Actually, Leland, do you mind if I ask you a few more questions about the party where the kidnapping occurred? Leland squared his shoulders. No, please, ask anything. Do you know what time Maria showed up at the event? Leland hesitated, thinking. Probably around 6 o'clock? She was there when it started. Was there anyone else there who stood out? Stood out? How? Like someone you usually wouldn't expect to see there. Leland tilted his head. No, I don't think so. Everyone there was a student from my class, including the exchange students. Not much new here, Kano thought. He decided to ask one last question. Did you happen to hear why Hitomi was running late in the first place? Oh, no. Sorry, I'm not very helpful, am I? Leland dipped his head in apology. It's all right. Thank you for your cooperation. Please, help Maria. I will. Kano parted ways with Leland and went back to tailing his suspect. Well, I don't know if that's going to help us at all. Thanks for nothing, Leland. Your design is insane. Thank you. Oh, you're just saying that, but you could keep saying that. I have a lot more fun with it. I'm getting a new outfit soon, so that'll be exciting. It is fun to play around and have a little bit more freedom. God damn it. Sorry, I'm receiving text. I thank you. Yeah, I'd be having fun. A little more like, less like shy, demure girl, more like party girl going out there, having fun, you know? More wild. Mature and wild girl. Who the hell is leaving our house? Who is leaving the graveyard at this hour? Girls' night out. Yeah, that was so much fun. Fishing is always acceptable as a pastime. We are always acceptable. We are always susceptible to fishing. Hagcore. Fuck off. He pulled his phone out from his pocket. It was Rumi again. It was weird that she called twice when she knew he was in the middle of something important. Had something happened while he was waiting at the cafe with Shizuo? Kana picked up hurriedly. What's the matter? What's the matter? You know what the matter is. Rather than Rumi's soft soprano, it was the threatening masculine voice that came over the phone. Uh-oh. Kano felt his whole body stiffen with dread. Is this my father-in-law speaking? Don't remember being anyone's father-in-law. Speaker's tone was firm and flat. No, I know. I just, kind of found himself at a loss for words. So you're dating my daughter, huh? Sir, yes, sir. Kind of barely squeaked out his reply. Thinking about getting married? Yes, sir. And speaking of which, I'd love the chance to sit down and have a nice long... Then how long are you going to keep me waiting? Hurry up and get your ass over here. Oh, how very much Kano wished he could do exactly that. Sir, I would, but forget it. The words came in an angry huff. You can't have her. Goodbye. What? Sir, please wait! As Kano cried in desperation, he heard Rumi's voice on the other end of the line. Dad, you can't just use my phone like that. You were taking too long in the bathroom. Give it back. Rumi? Kano tried and failed to keep the heartbreak out of his voice. Sweetie, what's wrong? Your father just said he doesn't want us getting married. What? Dad! What did you say to my boyfriend? Listen to you, calling that boy little pet names and whatnot. I think you're a little too attached. Daddy, you haven't even met him. That's why I told you to have him come see me. How long is he gonna make me wait? Kano listened as the two argued on the other end of the phone. The phone must be lying somewhere between them. Could this get any more awkward? Rumi, I'm sorry, Kano shouted apologetically into the mouthpiece. This is all my fault. Please, you don't have to fight like this. The phone clattered as Rumi scrambled to bring it to her cheek. No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Sorry for what? It was Shizuo again. Sorry for what? It was Shizuo again, grumbling in the background. You have nothing to apologize for. I'll deal with my father, Rumi said hastily. You just focus on work, sweetie. I know you're in the middle of something really important. Thanks, Rumi. Kana was legitimately touched. I'll do my best. Kano hung up and went back to the task at hand, more determined than ever. They're love-struck. Yeah, I like that she's defending him. Daddy, you just have to meet him. You'll love him as soon as you do. They're like newlyweds, but they're not even married yet. For Rumi's sake, not to mention the victims, he needed to focus on cracking this case. The man he was tailing was walking several meters ahead. There was no telling when Kuze might give the arrest order. Is this what's happening to you, Amati? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Which part? Kano braced himself to spring into action the very instant the order came down. Mobile command to all units. Once more the director's voice came in over the wireless. Was it time to make the arrest at last? We've identified the man who first picked up the attaché case by the statue of Hachiko. No arrest yet, then. But still a crucial development. That fucking smile, I forgot about it. When are you meeting her parents? Not for a while. His name is Tariq Al-Karawan. Would not have expected that would be his name. He's got priors for larceny, illegal possession of narcotics, you name it. He belongs to a foreign criminal syndicate that's operating in Shibuya. Kano felt his apprehension rising. I was kind of expecting Bill. I was expecting Frank. Doesn't really look like a Tariq. If this syndicate was behind the kidnapping, they were anything but amateurs. And though they might be leading the police on a wild goose chase, they certainly weren't playing around. No, I think your boss is leading them on a wild goose chase. Your boss is leading you on a wild goose chase. Alright. Ah, fuck. We didn't even make it to 2 hours. Ugh. My throat kind of hurts, though. I feel like I probably shouldn't strain my throat by reading too much. Well, let's play it safe and end. We'll play it safe for tonight. Doesn't mean that we can't stream tomorrow night or the night after. Because besides going out tomorrow, that doesn't mean that I'm doing anything in the evening. So, we'll leave it up in the air. And fingers crossed, I will try to make a schedule for next week. I know. Big talk from the ghost girl that never is on time for anything and makes 0 commitments. But I'm gonna try. I'll try. We're gonna try to get back into it. I had a bunch of stuff at work. I did a bunch of overtime for like 4 weeks straight. And then we had a big like construction project and we just moved into a new office. And so like we're finally settled in, okay? So I think we're finally okay to like settle back into normalcy. And we already know what the days, we're gonna try to do the same days streaming. Woohoo! Yay! Yes, everything exciting. Wait, why isn't it doing anything? You shifted the ball busting factory. There it is. So proud of me. Thanks. Wow. Thanks, guys. I'm excited to see more of you all too. That's why we do this. That's why we play the game. All right. My beloved Amai is streaming. Wait, did Jaime and Bond not stream, or did they already end streaming? I know that they usually do Fridays. Okay, let's go hang out with Amai Umimaru because we love her more than anything in the entire world. And then I will update. Oh, ha. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm going to beat your ass until you apologize and acknowledge my own glory. Thank you. I will not be a victim of this torment any longer. So lucky. I'm having a lot of fun doing visual novels. Between like Slay the Princess and this, it's fun. I like it. I like it a lot. I just worry about not having enough to talk about. I just worry about it being a little boring, but you know, I think that comes with the territory. Okay. Well, what's a fuck? What's Aw, thank you, you. Of course you say that. Okay, we're gonna love Amai. Love Amai raid. Okay, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you all later. I don't know what I'm gonna do after stream. We'll see. Who knows? Bye. Fun.